Greetings, everyone. Good afternoon. It's Dr. Michelle Clay here. In case you don't know who I am, let me introduce myself. I am a physician. I'm a certified holistic health counselor and clinical nutritionist. I feel as if I am an all-around super Wonder Woman. And what I do is I help other super Wonder Women release their stress simply and naturally, helping them to create a stress-free reality, honey, one cup at a time. So welcome to FREEaliTEA Time Talk with Dr. Michelle. So today's topic on this episode is how ginger can help you get your glow up. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm glowing. Am I glowing, y'all? I got my glow up. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling fantastic. Oh, today's episode is brought to you by Rise and Shine Tea, a FREEaliTEA product. Release, Rise and Shine. Oh, I'll take a sip to that. Let me take a sip to that, honey. Yes, indeed. And the reason why Release, Rise and Shine today is because it has ginger in it. So we're going to get to that in a minute. But anyway, so the benefits of ginger. The reason why I chose to talk about ginger on this episode of FREEaliTEA Time Talk with Dr. Michelle is because I just really been feeling ginger this week. I'm putting it in everything. Greetings, Dr. Brandy. Welcome to the FREEaliTEA Time Talk with Dr. Michelle. I've really been feeling it. Now, typically I'll use a lot of ginger in the winter time because it is a warming, I hate to call it herb because it's really a root. It comes from the ground, and pretty soon I've been watching some YouTube videos and I've been seeing that I can grow my own ginger. See, when COVID was really, really hot and heavy, when it was, we were at stay-at-home orders, it was hard to find ginger. I don't want to be in that situation again, so I'm gonna have to grow my own. It seems super simple, but ginger is a root, so grows in the ground, and when you harvest it, you are pulling it out of the dirt and cleaning it off. Ginger is, like I said, is a warming substance. It's very warming. So even though it is summertime, we can still get some of the benefits. And here are some of the benefits. Number one, if you are experiencing some nausea, indigestion, maybe a little gas, then ginger can help with that. Now, I realize that, we can't always get fresh, and that's why Release, Rise, and Shine tea is so important. Fresh is always best. Fresh is always best. Fresh is always better because the closer it is to the root, meaning where it came from, the less process that has gone through, then the more potent and the more of the benefits that you get. But sometimes we can't do that. So one thing that I used to do when I used to fly overseas a lot, I would have ginger and mint tea. When you are flying overseas, going over that Atlantic, that's at minimum, honey, 6 hours. At minimum 6 hours. Going, no, it's about 6 hours and 15 minutes, depending on the time of year, like from JFK to London. So that's a lot of pressurization in that cabin, honey, and you can get really bloated. So I used to have ginger and mint tea. So let me tell you another time that was really, really beneficial to me. So a few years ago, I had surgery. All right. I think this is the first time I'm telling y'all this story. Okay, well, we should all have transparent moments and be real. So a few years ago, I had surgery because I was suffering with uterine fibroids, which is something at least 90% of African American women deal with. And I had going back and forth with my fibroids, growing, shrinking, I counted it up, 14 years I was dealing with this. 14 years I was dealing with this. So finally, I decided to have surgery. The only reason I decided to have surgery was because I was having acupuncture, and my acupuncturist, I trust him immensely. Shout out Dr. Quinn. He said that my fibroids had grown. Okay, now when you're working with some for real, the natural healers, baby, It's a whole different level. So anyway, he said my fibroids had grown and he recommended that I have surgery. So I decided to go ahead and do it. And but before I went to the hospital, I was prepared. I was prepared because shout out to all the physicians, shout out to all the patients. Hospitals scare me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a physician, baby. I'm not trying to go in there. They scare me. They really scare me. I don't want to eat the food. I'm trying to be in and out. So I had made all of my own food to include a huge thermos of ginger and mint tea. And the reason I did that was because with anesthesia, you're on oxygen. They're putting all of these different drugs into you to sedate you. It's not just about sedation, just in case you wake up during the procedure, something so you don't remember it, because that can be very traumatizing. And being on the oxygen, on the ventilator and all that, I knew that a couple of things were going to happen. Number one, my throat could feel sore. And number two, I was going to be gassy, and I did not want to have nausea and definitely not vomit after having surgery, because what they call a myomectomy, removing the fibroids, because fibroids are known as myomas. That's why it's called myomectomy. Get the myoma out, honey, extract it. Mine was open. It wasn't vaginal, meaning they go in and take them out and pull them out through the vagina. They cut me open, honey, me like a fish. They made a bikini cut just like as if I had a C-section. So for my women, my sisters, super wonder women who have had C-section, shout out to you, bringing life through the world. Somebody cut you open to get that baby out, the next generation. So anyway, if you vomit, you're contracting all of your muscles. So I said, I can't, I don't want this nausea, vomiting. So I made mint and ginger tea, a large thermos of it, and I brought it with me to the hospital. And I sipped on that after my surgery. One thing that I noticed really interesting, I was sipping on that and I said, maybe I need some water too. But when I sipped on the water right after I came out of surgery, that actually made me feel nauseous. But the ginger and mint tea didn't. We're going to drink to that right there. Yes, to the Release, Rise and Shine tea. That is so delicious. Okay, so helps with indigestion, gas, bloating. Ginger is also a very, very powerful anti-inflammatory agent and antioxidant. So how is that going to help? That helps us with things such as muscle soreness and aches. So quick little story. I just turned 49 on July 7th. Shout out to the year 49. But anyway, I just turned 49 on July 7th. And since, I went to visit my family for my birthday, I didn't really work out so much. Maybe I did 2 days out of 9. That's not so much, when usually I get 4 or 5 days in a week. And so when I came back to my regular schedule of working out, sorry about that, of working out, then what happened was I was sore, honey. I was sore and I was stiff. So ginger really helped me. I had a juice, and maybe some of you watched my video from over the weekend when I prepared some, what did I have, honey? I had some watermelon juice, fresh watermelon juice with ginger and lime, delicious. So I would prepare a large container of that, and that is what I would sip on pre and post my workout, and it helped. The other reason why having something that's an anti-inflammatory is so helpful and so important is because they believe that chronic illnesses are really, the root of this is really chronic inflammation. So we want to lower the inflammation, not only through diet, but what you eat. You don't want to eat high inflammatory foods, like if you have arthritis, high blood pressure, if you have sinus infections. You want to eliminate mucus forming foods. You don't want to eat a lot of foods that cause inflammation. And then we have our ginger. Now, the thing about it is in the diet, we don't use it so much in the diet in our cuisine, American cuisine, but in the Caribbean and Asian culture, they use a lot of ginger. Now, I'm really prone to Caribbean cuisine, especially like Jamaican. So if you're making some good rice and peas, honey, you throw in some ginger, you throw in your coconut milk, you throw in some fresh thyme, and it is on and popping. And also anti-inflammatory to help with our brain function. So those are some really, I gave you like 3 key benefits of ginger. Help you get your glow up. And I don't know about you, but honey, when I have some ginger, I like that bite. So when I'm making my fresh juices, sometimes they may call for like maybe about half. Well, I have small hands, but maybe half a thumb size of ginger. I throw a lot in there because I want to feel that bite, and I want to feel a zing, release, rise, and shine, baby. Release, rise, and shine. Yes, indeed. So that's it for today's episode of FREEaliTEA Time Talk with Dr. Michelle. I will be here for this talk every Tuesday at 4 p.m. CST. That's 5 p.m. EST. And in next week's episode, I'll tell you why this time is so important for a nice tea time talk. So until next week, I want you to be well and do something well for yourself. Go ahead and get some ginger. Find ways to incorporate more ginger into your life. And if you don't feel like cooking and you want something good and a lot of medicinal benefits, then health benefits, wellness benefits, then go to metimeteas.com. That's metimeteas.com, and you can order your own jar of Release, Rise, and Shine tea. Not only does it have the benefits of being anti-inflammatory with the ginger in it, but it has a nice citrus base. And citrus with that vitamin C is a prescription for a stress-free reality. Yes, indeed. So thank you, everyone. And for even more ways on how you can create a stress-free reality, 1 cup at a time, releasing your stress simply and naturally with some common kitchen items. I'm sure you already have some of those things in there. Then go ahead. Oh, thanks, Dr. Brandy. Then go ahead and register for the Mastering Mindset and Me Time Masterclass on August 11th. And you can get there. I wonder if I can type. Y'all know I can't be online and type at the same time. Let me see. FREEaliTEALife.com. FREEaliTEALife.com. Facebook, I'm going to hit you up in a minute with that. So thank you, everyone. Get some ginger in your life, one way or another, and have a wonderful stress-free evening. It's Dr. Michelle signing off. Bye.